Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here at Ridgeland, Mississippi for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Regional, and today I have a top 8 winner here. What is your name, sir?
Joseph Wilson.
And Joseph, where are you coming from?
Actually from West Point, so a little farther north of here.
Okay, and Joseph, what did you play today?
I actually played Scareclaw with a little bit of a Nadir servant package in it.
Oh yeah, I love that, man. Anyone who knows me locally knows I love the Nadir and the Dogmatika package. Well, look, man, before we get to deck profile, is there any shout-outs or anything you want to give?
Shout out to Team Magnolia. It's kind of a local group from Tupelo. Shout out to my girlfriend. Here we go. Token she gave me, you know.
I love that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to all my friends, everybody. Shout out to you.
well, also, a little bit before we started, you told me you took a break. Is that true?
Yeah, I took it was probably 6-7 year break. So especially this kind of regional season was pretty important to me because not that I'm a huge fan of ninjas, but this is the new ninja playmat, and I actually won the older ninja playmat back in 2012. So. Oh
man, straight getting right back to it again. That's amazing.
I tried to flex on the folks with the goat shirt and the ninja man.
Yeah, you'd say you also topped another regional here recently, huh?
Yeah, in Tuscaloosa. Like I said, back when Sword Soul was kind of a thing.
I gotcha. Well, look, let's get into the deck profile then.
All right, first for the Scareclaws, ran 2 Right Heart. Basically 2 of all the names except for Astra. Astra's the double attacker, or the multiple attacker. I felt like it was just kind of the most important one. You don't necessarily want to open this one, you kind of want to search it out. Especially with all the Vistials running around and it being dark.
Yeah.
2 of the Piercer and 2 of the Attack Gainer. And we just got 2 of the Field Spell and 2 of the Arrival. So with everybody on the Ishizu stuff, Arrival is alright. Like I had a bunch of times, I had 4 matches against the Ishizu tier, and it was basically almost like force their stuff out just so I could get the try-hard effect off to get the OTK. So that's the Scareclaw package. Just 12, 8 monsters, the 2 revives, 2 field spells. Then we got the Nadir Servant, the 1 Equasia, the 1 Fleur-de-Lis, and the 1 Punishment. Package was pretty good. I surprisingly hardly saw this.
I'm in the same boat with you.
Yeah, obviously when I did see it, it was pretty good, but for some reason this dude kind of stuck to my opening hands. But in this deck, sometimes just the free extender is pretty nice.
Can't play Maximus in this format, huh?
Right. Then just 2 Fenrir. Fenrir kind of copies in with the talents and kind of also the cosmics. I didn't really want to. I'm on a very high hand trap count, so kind of these sort of that are in your hand, but they're not hand traps. They're pretty good going second cards. I didn't want to run too many of them just because sometimes you just kind of wish you have a hand full of more hand traps as opposed to stuff that's kind of dead while your opponent's playing. And main deck Cosmic, maybe a little controversial, but I personally just feel like Suliak is kind of the best part about the inboard of the tier field.
How'd you feel with talents with being at 2 in your deck?
Well, talents is kind of one of those love-hate things for me.
Yeah.
I love the card, but if I run 3, I'm gonna open 2, and they're both gonna be dead. My opponent won't hand trap me. So
you ever thought about going to 1? I know, the reason I'm asking, I know some YCS lists had some. That's the reason why.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah. I don't know. 1. I don't know. I feel like if I was just gonna run 1, I'd do called by. You know, just something that's at 1 for a reason.
Yeah,
I guess
that makes sense, and it worked out today.
Yeah, it worked out. Next, basically just kind of hand traps. Pretty big Bestial engine. Then we got Skullmeisters, Ashes, Bailers, and Emperor. Obviously the Bestials are pretty good. For some reason, for me, I rarely drew 1 of each. I just kind of drew 2 of this guy or 2 of that guy, but that's sometimes enough. Skullmeister was pretty MVP. Played against Sprite, and when they do Spren to send the whatever the dude that brings out the beavers.
Yeah.
The Angler. Yeah. Negating the Angler was pretty clutch. Ash, actually one round I played against branded tier, and Ash is pretty good against Branded Fusion. So.
Cut his whole term off.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. A lot of people right now aren't playing Ash. So you playing Ash is like, it catches people off guard, huh?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
The Ash was kind of more so just for, you know, I felt like I had the tier matchup pretty handled with all the Bestials and Meisters and stuff. So the Ash was, more for Sprite. Yeah, I didn't want to have just all my hand traps based on tier.
Makes sense.
For the side deck,
Hold on, so that was a perfect 40?
it's 43.
43, okay, I wasn't keeping count, that's awesome.
I usually like to do 40, but
It worked out. It worked out. Let's go to the side.
All right, so I got the third Cosmic, 2 Lightnings. This I never sided in. 3 Twins, never sided them in. 3 Judgments, I sided those. 3 of the Ghost Mourner. This was really these 4 were the main 4 that I sided in. It could have just been that I had the 4 tier matches, but yeah, pretty clutch.
Yeah, you're ready for one of the best decks in the room. So
Yeah, and the Spooky Dogwoods for time. Never went into time.
That's good.
But I will say one thing, so going second, this deck kind of likes to OTK if possible. The Deer package really helps with that. But I really like this. Even if they just like summon a Bestial just to try to defend themselves, literally just do this and you just get the free damage from the attack once you destroy it.
Since you didn't go into Lightning Storm and also, what was the other card you didn't go into? Twin Twister?
Yeah.
What would you, consider side decking?
Well, so
In this format, anyway.
Yeah, so I really wanted them for if I played against the Flunder East, but I just never did. So I definitely feel like something is needed in the side deck for that. Just since I have the Bestial engine is pretty much dead against it. So I don't know that I would change it just because I definitely feel like I would have needed something against that deck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of surprised that these were the main ones that I found myself siding in. Which again, to me, if you get rid of the Celiac, you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, a guy earlier I played against, he told me he literally put in Droll just for Flunder, and it worked so well against me. So yeah, it was terrible. I got 2 of it quick.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. All right, for extra deck, got obviously the token from the girlfriend.
Amazing.
We got 2 of the little dude, Lightheart. This was a bit excessive, but I just played in a locals Wednesday, and it kind of came up where 3 would have been pretty handy. So I actually ran 3 of the Tryhard. It's just a card that's like really easy to make in this deck. It's actually a generic Link 3. It revives and is a search, so it's kind of like it gives pretty good pluses. But yeah, the main thing is just for a bunch of decks, they just kind of struggle to get around it, and that was definitely an issue for a lot of people today. IP, yeah, it was alright. Gloomy. Honestly, just going into him was just kind of to bait out the killbacks and stuff.
Yeah, makes sense.
Unicorn, never went into it. This was actually clutch in the final round of Swiss. The dude summoned the, the Mech Knight dude? Avermax? Yeah. Some of them Avermax, and pretty nice to just go into this and take it. The access code actually never went into this. Had this just in case.
I was going to ask about that. Okay.
Yeah, never had to go into it, which I guess this kind of can solve most of the problems that you would try to get rid of with this. But Dweller actually never went into it.
Oh wow.
This because of all the Bestials, but never went into it. And then the 2 for the Nadir package.
Well, look, what were your matchups if you can recall?
I'm not sure on the order, but round 1 was tier. Round 2 was tier branded. Round 3, I believe, was Sprite, and then the rest of the rounds were all Ishizu tier.
Makes sense. Well, look, I know you were like going against this. You were like, oh, another one.
Yeah.
But your deck was perfect. You didn't have to worry about Flunder or anything like that.
Right. Yeah.
So
I thought it was a pretty good count.
They probably got Flunder out of there anyway. So.
Yeah. Flunder, they really struggled to get around the dude too.
Nice. Well, look, that's amazing. Well, man, I appreciate the deck profile. Is there any last comments or anything you want to say?
Man, just the goat, I guess.
Well, look, man, people are going to be on the lookout for you. And again, I appreciate you for deck profile.
Yeah.